What is up, friends? Hello and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, I am Marcia, an online fitness coach, and today we're going to do an upper body workout. So it's a push day, so that means we're mainly going to hit chest, shoulders, and triceps. So before heading to the gym, I'm probably going to eat this banana as a pre-workout snack for some carbs, and then probably a little bit of peanut butter with that just to have some fats in me so it digests a little bit slower. And I'm thinking, honestly, I'll probably have a protein shake too, just because with my oatmeal, I didn't have much protein in my day yet, and if I don't get any protein in now, since it's about 11 o'clock, I'm probably not going to get in enough later, especially trying to hit 150 grams. It's just going to be challenging, and I don't want to have to stuff a shit ton of protein in my face. It's just, it really doesn't feel good, and the meat sweats are a real fucking thing, whether it's meat or protein powder. But gonna do that, head to the gym, get my body all set up so that my energy is good, and I can just train with the intent of intensity instead of half-assing my workout just because I didn't eat enough before. But gonna eat this, head outside, even though it's freezing and I really don't want to go outside. It's like 12 degrees, but it's supposed to snow on Monday, so figured I should go to the gym now since I might not be leaving my house after today. Okay, friends, we're gonna stop procrastinating and we're gonna get to it. Okay, finally made it outside. It's brick. It's so cold right now. My car says it's 26, but it feels like it's 12. But I do have an automatic car starter, and I gotta say that's the best Christmas present investment I have made this year. Or actually not this year, this was in 2021. But having my car just warm with the heat on, defrosted, everything ready to go when I'm in it is just amazing. It's so worth it. I mean, before I would just sit in my car and shiver while it's cold, and you know, I'm not about that life anymore. For my workouts, I always like to start with my compound movement first, and this is going to be the workout that's going to take a majority of my energy and effort, and so I like to have it first because it's going to be the one I'm lifting the heaviest in. And for today's push day, it's bench press. So starting out with measuring my thumbs before lifting the bar off the rack, making sure chest is pressed towards the ceiling, hips are pushed up. Bringing bar down to my chest and using those hips to press the bar up as needed. Following this, going into a shoulder press, using my knees to help get the weights up and pressing up overhead, keeping arms in line with my ears, and just make sure to keep core tight and not arch my back. Following this movement, going into a seated single arm overhead tricep extension, and just like with shoulder press, keep core tight, chest up, shoulders back, and making sure not to overarch your back into the bench. As you start to find that the weight is fatiguing your muscles and becoming more challenging, form is important, so make sure to keep that form intact, or if needed, lower the weight so that you're not pushing that weight but giving up form, which is going to cause other muscles to want to overcompensate for others. Then going into a incline chest press. This is going to hit chest but also target shoulders. So still making sure to keep good chest form, keeping chest up towards the ceiling, slight arch in the back, hips up. I'm alternating, bringing the dumbbell down to the side of my chest, or if you're a girl, you know, the side of your boob, pec, pressing back up, and then bringing that other dumbbell down. If you're working to increase shoulder strength, that is a good exercise. Following this, going into a tricep kickback, you want to make sure that the foot on the bench is the one that has the dumbbell, making sure to keep shoulders pulled back and back flat. You're going to bring the arm up to a right angle and then extend back, hold for a quick second, and bringing back to that right angle. And finishing off our workout with some three-way raises. So you'll do a lateral raise, front raise, and then an upright row, hitting all sides and areas of the delt. This one is really good. I typically only do 5 or 6 of each because these reps catch up and you will definitely feel your shoulders burn. Okay, so we're back from the gym, just got out of the shower and freshened up. Gonna make a few reels after this for Instagram, which is why your girl is all done up, makeup still on, and I look good. But it's time to get into the chit chat about how to reduce bloating, because it's something that I've been dealing with a lot lately, and part of that is because I'm eating in a calorie surplus. So I've just been feeling a lot more bloated, like I'm holding on to more water, and no matter what, feeling bloated just doesn't feel good to anyone. But starting this off, I do want to make sure that you guys know the difference between feeling bloated and just feeling full. Because if you eat food and your stomach didn't have much in it before, it is kind of like a bag. As you put stuff in it, it's going to fill up and expand. But as your food's digested, it will flatten back. However, when you're bloated, bloating is actually uncomfortable and very painful. It's not just that you look full for a little bit. So I just want to put that out there so that people know the difference, and we're not just calling being full from food or having a little bit of food in our stomach bloat, because being bloated is actually very uncomfortable and painful, and it mainly is just like a lot of gas and water that can't be pushed out of your system at the moment. Okay, so tip number 1, which should be done if you're feeling bloated or not, is making sure to drink enough water, friends. Please stay hydrated. When your body does not have enough water, it's going to hold on to as much water as it can, whether that's from liquids, foods, anything. So your body needs enough water to function optimally. So if it's not getting as much water or enough water that it thinks it needs to continue to function optimally, then your body is going to start to retain water. And when you retain water, it kind of looks like you're bloated or a little puffy, because your body is going to hold on as much water as it can and as it needs until you're actually staying hydrated enough, drinking enough to, 1, flush out the toxins, but also give your body the amount of water it needs to basically stay alive, because that's its job. Its job is to keep you alive, so it's going to do what it needs to do in order to keep you living, friend. 2 is finding out if you have any food intolerance or foods that just don't digest well in your body. It may not be that you're intolerant to it, but your body just hasn't broken down that food source often enough that it struggles to. But this can be helpful by doing an elimination diet. So just testing out foods that you think may be triggering the bloat. This could be common with things like gluten and dairy. And if those things are triggering you to feel inflamed, struggle with digestion, then it may be something to take out of your diet for a little bit, and then maybe reintroduce later and see how your body reacts to that. But if it's causing you pain, it's probably not the best thing for your body to be trying to break down. So elimination diet might be helpful with that. 3rd is sodium. So sodium, I know, can get a bad rep, and I don't want you to get the wrong message or think that salt is bad, because you do need a certain amount of salt and sodium in your body in order for your electrolytes. However, if you have too much sodium in your diet, because salt is so absorbent, it's going to cause you to hold on to a lot of water, as well as if you're not drinking enough water, it's going to take a long time for your body to get enough water and liquids in order to dilute the amount of salt/sodium that you have in your system. So please don't take this as salt is bad, but just knowing the amount you need to water ratio basically for your body. And number 4 is whole foods versus processed foods. Really try to get in as many whole foods as you can. Processed foods, they just tend to carry a lot of fillers, artificial fillers and substitutes, which just don't break down in your body as well, and they can cause you to become more inflamed, because your body isn't getting the best nutrients from it. Processed foods aren't as nutrient dense as whole foods would be, because with those artificial fillers and sweeteners, it is just taking away from some of the benefits that you could be getting from that food. And number 5, while this may seem obvious, is getting in physical activity, getting your body moving. This doesn't have to be through a workout. This could be just getting a walk in, going to yoga, some sort of movement throughout the day to help speed up your digestion, because getting your body moving, burning more calories, it's going to need more calories. So it's going to start utilizing the food that you've already eaten and digesting and breaking it down. So getting in some form of physical activity throughout the day is really going to help decrease your bloat. And last but not least, number 6 is getting an adequate amount of sleep. And I know, like, for most of us, it's not that we don't want more sleep. It's just that there's other things we want to prioritize our time on, whether that's school, work, or just things we don't find time for during the day. But getting enough sleep is so important. And when you are being sleep deprived or have a lack of sleep, it can cause the body to become inflamed. And it becomes inflamed because when you aren't getting enough sleep, it's going to increase your cortisol levels. Cortisol is your body's stress hormone. And so when your cortisol levels or that stress hormone increases to too high of a point, or those levels are too high, it causes the body to become inflamed from the increase in stress levels, as well as that lack of sleep that it needs in order to help your body recover and repair muscle tissue. And when you're sleeping is when your body recovers at its best. So with a lack of sleep, it's taking away and kind of self-sabotaging your body's recovery time. So as to add to this, when you're not getting enough sleep, it takes away from your energy that you're going to have the next day, which that lack of energy is going to cause your body to crave carbs, more sugary carbs, because it's going to want a spike in energy to help you get through your day and feel more energized as you normally do. And so when you aren't getting enough sleep, you're going to be more likely to start craving sugary carbs, and those sugary carbs are going to cause you to become more inflamed from that sugar and just overall processed foods, and it kind of leads into a whole domino effect. So while all these tips are important, also please make sure that you're just getting a good amount of sleep on the regular, 7 to 9 hours. And fam, that's all I have for you today. So that's going to bring this video to an end. Please comment any tips you may have, because it won't only help me, but I bet it will help all of us watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell so you don't miss another video. Bam, as always, love you guys, and do something today that's going to make you proud of yourself tomorrow. Go be great.